Hey everyone, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. We're meeting Joe Mindak. He's a seasoned entrepreneur with over 25 years of experience launching and scaling businesses in marketing, publishing, tech, and more. He currently leads the Connective, a fast-growing referral network, and heads sales and marketing for Nolodex, a platform revolutionizing how professionals track and manage business referrals. How you doing today, Joe?
I'm good, Anthony. Again, from my AC and my internet being out, I'm doing all right. Just challenges.
Yeah, it makes it fun, right? If every day was smooth, you wouldn't remember any of them.
Yeah, I got plenty of other challenges going on. These are
Yeah,
fixables.
yeah, absolutely. So awesome. Well, yeah, I was excited to have you on. I really enjoyed our first conversation. You're doing a lot of cool things, and you're right there in the networking space, and that matches everything we're doing here. But to start off, where are you located? Where are you calling in from?
I'm in New Jersey. Just got back from Ohio. I went to University of Dayton, so I just got back from my 30th college reunion. I'm still trying to get back on track, but yeah, I'm in New Jersey, and it's very hot out now, and no AC. But yeah, all good.
Yeah, you and me both. I know we were talking about it. My AC's out too, so it's just a mess. But anywho, so you've been in New Jersey for a while now?
Yeah, born and raised in New Jersey. Went to Ohio for a couple of years for college, and came back. I can't get out. Eventually, we'll see. Both my kids are going to be in college this year, so I'll be an empty nester. So we're figuring out what's next on that front.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's say you have some friends coming in town that have never visited before. Where are you going? What are you doing? And what's for dinner?
So you want to go to the Jersey Shore, right? Everyone else calls it the beach. We're going to the beach. In Jersey, you go to the shores. The shores, just especially in the summer right now, my friends have come out from Ohio. Like, this is what you guys do every weekend. The Jersey Shore is full of just everyone that is looking to go down to beach, boardwalks, bars, restaurants, like everything going on. It's just an awesome time. You're going to probably eat pizza when you're in New Jersey. New York says they have the best, but we do. Pizza and bagels are Jersey. If you get down a little more south towards the Philly area, you can have a cheesesteak as well. But we still got the best cheesesteak over in Jersey, right across from Philly. But yeah, that's what you do. Or Italian food, obviously. You get Italian food all over the state of New Jersey.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so it's all the best there. It's just the best kept secret. They all talk about it, but yeah.
Got the best of everything here.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, what can you tell us about what you do?
So I'm a networker. A friend recently said, "What do you consider yourself?" I said, "I'm a connector. I'm a networker." So, and I've always been, and now I've been able to turn that into a business. Right? My son asked me a couple of years ago, "Dad, if there's something you could be doing that you always want to do, what would it be?" I said, "I'm doing it. I'm connecting people, and I've found a way to monetize that." So that's what we're doing now. We're monetizing connections and changing the way networking is done. Really, that's our goal.
Okay, I got you. So you've ran a lot of businesses, you've done a lot, and networking. That's probably been something that's the lifeblood throughout it. But what really made you land on networking is my job?
So I was always, like I said, I was always a connector, and I owned a marketing company. Sorry, for years, and I was in like a BNI group when I was 26 years old. Whatever, someone's like, "Come and join this group," and I was like, "Well, what is this?" He's like, "It's networking," and I was doing it the whole time. Right? I was always a networker. I just never defined it as something. So I was like, I fell in love with that. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, Anthony, you can introduce me to someone that I can get business that way. Like, that's so much better than cold calling what I was learning to do. I mean, I don't know how many people cold call anymore, but cold calling people, looking up that, like, that was awesome. So when I sold my agency years ago, people were still calling me. I was the guy. Like, I know a guy, right? And we talked about this last time. I tried to buy the site. I got a guy, right? And I was like, so I was the guy people called. And then I started making introductions, and I landed on like this $100,000 project, and I was like, like I should get paid something for that, right? So I called the guys back. I was like, listen, how about I bring you more business? You pay me, and they're like, yeah, of course, I'll pay you all day. Like, it was all you just walked the president of that company into our office. You basically vouched for us, and he signed a contract. Yeah, we'll pay you, and actually paid me 15 grand on that deal. So then I got like a bunch, dozen people together, and it's like, hey, I'll bring you business and pay me. They're all like, yeah, we don't like selling, right? Just people in the networking world that just are in networking because they honestly they don't want to go out and sell. They don't want to go out and do all that stuff, but they want you, Anthony, who is a good connector, to bring them business. Those people are willing to pay. They are like, please, my brother is in networking. He's in our group. He's like, I will pay. If you could get me business, Anthony, I will pay you commission all day if I don't have to go out and do it. So there's those people, and there's people like myself and you that love to connect and love to network. So I just saw the opportunity. Why aren't we bringing these people together? I mean, we are networking at kind of doing that, but think the real problem is this bottleneck where like I'm a great connector. I give you 4 referrals. You don't give me any referral back. I kind of stopped giving you referrals. Now it's like I'll give you referrals, Anthony, and you're paying me every time. I'll keep that. I'll keep that faucet going. Like I'll keep giving you referrals all day. I think that's what we're really looking to do, and that's how I got into this part of making money off of networking. I'm like, there's a gap there that's missing, and something in the networking world. And I think it's people want to be paid. Givers get paid. That's our new motto. Givers get paid. Like if you're out there want to be a giver, you should be getting paid, and everyone's willing to pay you.
That's amazing because it really narrows that reciprocity down to pretty quick. Like you said, if you refer me, I'll find somebody to refer you maybe in the future, or it's like, here you go. It helps me, it helps you. Everybody wins, more
And some
likely to do
people
it.
just aren't networkers, right? Like, some people just aren't, whether introverts, and introverts are good networkers too. But some people, like, again, in my brother's case, he hates networking. He just doesn't like going out and talking to people and doing that whole thing. He does a great job. And there's people out there like, yeah, they're a little shy. They haven't done sales before. And all of a sudden they were in this business, for 20 years. Now they started their own business. Oh, and I got to sell too. Well, I don't know about selling. How do I do that? Now they're very nervous about it because they've never done it. Well, look, I'll do it for you. I got people. I'll bring it to you. So it just works and it helps everybody, and they're all excited about the process, and that's why we've grown so much and continue to grow because people are like, wait a second, this is cool. This is a better way to do it.
What's brilliant about it is it's simple, right? Because it makes sense. You'll pay somebody for whatever their expertise is, their zone of brilliance. For anything else, you want a plumber, great, he's going to plumb for you. You're going to pay him for that. You want somebody to network for you? It's the same. It's just a different skill, like you said. So that's awesome. What is it that you love most about this? What you're doing now?
Well, I think, like I said, like I've always loved connecting. There's a certain, I forget, I read about like when you actually make something happen, there's a certain, I don't know, something that goes off in your brain that gives you that like elation to be like, oh, that was so cool. I'm so glad that happened. And I was always like that. I was always, I just got my friend's daughter a job with the governor of New Jersey, like just, helping out. I'm like, she is so excited, so ecstatic. Her mom was like, this is exactly what she needed. She was kind of like, they're in college. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, this is so awesome. And you just feel so like I was so excited for her. Right. So to make something happen, to make that connection. And then now, oh, and I also made $1,000 off of that. No, I didn't make money off of her, but you know what I'm saying? Like everyone I think who is a good connector just loves making things happen. And now on top of it, you can get paid on it. It's just what a great world to be in, right? And everyone says you want to love what you do. I love connecting people. And now I can get paid to connect people. How awesome is that?
Absolutely. What does your average client look like? Who are the best people that you can serve? If somebody's dealing with X, Y, or Z, and what do those look like that you're the best person they should be talking
So for us, Connective is our group, but really Noladex is who we're looking to talk to, people that want to use our software. So we built a software called Noladex, your networking Rolodex, to help communities out there that are there's a lot of people that are running networking groups, right? I just talked to a friend yesterday. He's like, yeah, I think the guy is shutting down. I got like 200 people in a networking group, been doing it a couple of years. And he's like, he's burnt out because it's a grind, right? And people leave, and I think it's a grind because people run these networking groups. They're charging $50 a month or whatever they're charging, and they're making a little bit of money, but it's just not worth their time. And to do it now, it's like we have a software. Put everyone on the software. The software will do all the back end, all the BS that you don't want to do as far as running a business, right? And you'll be collecting a percentage of every deal that goes through your chapter, right? Through your networking group, or alumni association, chamber, whatever it is. You're now making money off of every deal. Right now, people are just leaving money on the table. And that I think will be that spark for clients that want to use our software. Like, hey, now I'm also getting Anthony gave a deal he made $5,000 on, and I got 2,500 of that deal. I'm gonna keep running this group because there's that money, and I think after a while you like make it a little bit, but I'm not really getting much out of this. So for us, like the amount of deals going through and the cuts, just keep it exciting and keep it going. So that's what we're looking for. People are like, how do I built this networking group? Everyone told me to do it, and I'm doing it because I'm the connector guy, but I'm not really getting a benefit out of it. Typically you do it because you're like, I'm going to get a bunch of business out of it. But what if you don't? Well, you're getting a piece of every single deal through all those people in your group. Now you're getting that incentive to make money off it. Now you keep it going, right? And I've seen so many groups shut down because they're just like, yeah, it's just taking a lot of my time and not the effort. So in our philosophy is everyone pay each other. If you refer a piece of business, you get paid. If you're a chapter head, if you're running a chapter of that group, you get a cut of the deal, right? There's so many groups out there that don't pay the people to run these chapters and grow their networking groups. Well, here, now give them a little cut. incentivize them to help grow your group and make deals happen. So, yeah, that's who we want to talk to.
Absolutely. And this is always a fun question to ask people that are, in the networking space. What's your average power partner look like? Who do you synergize best with or refer back and forth best with?
So for me, it's other people in the networking space that have other software that kind of collaborates with ours. So we have software that you can go on to LinkedIn right now and be like, I want to meet Anthony, and I'll be like, oh, you want to meet Anthony? Here's who knows Anthony in my group. Literally tell you like, oh, Jane knows Anthony, so I could send a note. So we send stuff to them, they send stuff to us. Like, so we're all in the same space. We're all trying to help each other network better, and all our tools do a little bit different. So we've been collaborating a lot. I just got off the phone with another person today that does matchmaking. So we have 500 people in our group. He'll be like, all right, Anthony, you're in our group. Here's 3 people you should be talking to, right? Because they're the people in your sphere. You know them because how do you 500 people? How are you going to get to know all those people in a quick way? Well, here, it's going to take you and say, here, with these algorithms, oh, Anthony, you do this, you should talk to these people over here in San Francisco. You should talk to these people over here in Chicago. So, yeah, collaborative tools that can help us all make our group, all our communities better.
Awesome. And you talk to them every day and you meet them, and you've been one for years. But what advice would you give to a new or an aspiring entrepreneur?
I gave this advice to my son. He's home for the summer. I honestly don't really call myself an entrepreneur. I know I am, but I think that word's thrown out a lot now. But read some books. Like I was never a book reader. Always in my mind, I was always like, I'm going to write my own book. I'll tell everyone how I did it on my own. I don't need Anthony's book or this guy's book. The last like 10 years or so, I started, reading books more. And these business books have these gems in them that like the super connector, I think it's called super connectors, crossing the chasm about like getting your product out there. Like there's books out there like that are awesome for entrepreneurs. There's like at least 10 of them that you got to read. E-Myth, like that one, I think everyone reads, whatever, but like read some books. Like you'll learn some really good. And there's a thing called Blinkist. It's an app, and it's like a Cliff Notes for business books. You can read it in 15 minutes every morning. I get up at 4 every morning. I read one of those books every morning now, and it's just really the basics of what that book's telling you. It's a really cool app if you don't want to spend the time reading the whole book, but it gives you some good and it just gets your brain. Whether you use exactly what that book tells you or not, it gets your brain going. Like I should try doing my business a little bit different like that. You got to get a mentor, right? Someone that knows. Like you don't know everything. I didn't know anything about finance when I started a business. I knew how to sell. I didn't know what to do with the money once I got it, right? But so get somebody that knows that part. So it gets, so that's what I would tell everyone to do.
No, that's fantastic advice. There's cheat codes out there. You can pay for it, or you can learn it the hard way.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
exactly.
Okay, awesome. Well, what's the secret to building a referral network that actually drives revenue?
The secret I think is to one define who's going to be in your group and stick to that, right? If you just get random people that aren't going to be part of that fit for your group, like we're all B2B, right? So we focused on B2B services, right? You could be B2C, you could be, I just got off a group that's all supply chain people, right? So I think starting a group that's very, in a niche or has a specific industry or, like I said, we're all B2B. So, we want people that want to talk to each other, that can introduce, you're going to have to B2B clients. It's good. So am I. And then, paying that incentive, right? LinkedIn, I saw years ago, like, it's a great tool, but there's no incentive. I say, Anthony, do you know Mary Jane? Can you introduce me? Like, I do, Joe, but I don't really know you. Well, you're part of this group that I put together, this community. And guess what? If you make an intro and it leads to business, I'm going to pay you. Yeah, you're like, all right, I'll make that introduction. So that incentive, just have an incentive. There's no incentive in LinkedIn and any of these groups. There's no incentive, right? And people just don't want to make intros sometimes. You can't force them. But now it's like, I'll make an intro. I'm going to put $1,000 in my pocket for that intro. I'll sure do it. So that's what's driving revenue, and we see it with all the deals that we have in our group because people are really open to making those introductions.
Absolutely. A lot of us that network, we have, a lot of connections, but how can entrepreneurs turn their connections into commissions?
Yeah. So again, using our platform with Noladex, like you could go and search for people in your industry. So hey, I'm a video guy. I got a bunch of people, CMOs that I'm working with. Let me talk to the SEO person, right? Let me look through our platform, a very robust search engine. Let me look who other people in my sphere in marketing, right? Because I want the SEO guy that's also talking to CMOs. So I'll introduce them to my CMOs that I got great relationship with to say, hey, Sarah, listen, I know you like my video work. You need any help in SEO? Or Sarah's going to say, Mike, thanks for doing my video. We're building a new website. Do you know anyone you recommend? Now, when he recommends the other person in the group, he's going to get paid a commission. When I had my marketing company, if I didn't do SEO, I'd be like, oh, I don't do SEO, but here, reach out to Chris. He does. And I would make that introduction, but I'm leaving money on the table. Now, every time I give one of those referrals out, I'm getting a cut of those deals. I'm getting a referral fee on them, right? So you're just, the amount of money you can make as a good referral giver to introducing to your network and clients, college friends, all that stuff. Like, you can just make a commission on it, on every deal that goes through.
Absolutely. What makes Noladex different from traditional CRM tools for networking?
So look, when we were looking and I had to build a software to track all this stuff, like there's plenty of CRMs out there to track referrals. There was things out there that you could pay a commission on, all that. But like there was LinkedIn to find people on it, but we put it all on one platform. Right? We haven't found a platform that's being able to search your people on the group, find people that are good collaborators with you and network, and then track all the deals. Put notes in there, send updates. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? The introduction I made, and then when it closes, all I have to do is pay the system, and the system takes that money and it spits it out to whoever is involved in the deal automatically. Next day, we don't even touch the money; it goes right through Stripe, right to your bank account the next day. So if you introduce me, thanks, Anthony. Deal done. Here's $5,000, whatever it is. You get $2,500 or whatever that comes out to in your account the next day. It does it all and it tracks it for group owners. It gives you all the data, who's doing what deals in your group. It gives you the opportunity to bring new members in and new prospects and get paid on those prospects. You bring somebody else into the group, you get paid $100 for bringing that person in. So it incentivizes people to do that. It just, the incentives are all built into the thing, and the system does everything for you. Right? I used to take 3 days to figure out where all the payments had to go, who was in what group, whatever. And now it's just automatically done on a daily basis through Stripe. Boom, I don't have to touch it anymore. So it's got everything you need to run a group. So we're like, if you want to start your own networking group, a lot of people, probably your listeners, like, I always want to start my own group. I just don't have the bandwidth to do all that back end stuff. It does that all. It collects your dues for you. If someone's credit card doesn't work, it'll go hit their card again until they pay it. Like, it'll send them a note, say, hey, your card's not working, put a new one in. It does everything. You just have to recruit people and run your group and make sure you're getting those people. And this does all your back end stuff for you. And it's only $129 a month. Like, I mean, you're not going to get software like that for $129 a month. So we're, cost-wise, we're, a fraction of any of the software that's out there.
Awesome. And, that's what sets Nolodex apart. But how about you? Why you? What sets what you're doing, specifically, Joe, apart from everybody else out there doing something similar?
Well, one, I'm really passionate about it. Hopefully you can tell from talking to me. I just know how to do it. I know how to really help people get those introductions done. So I do a lot with our group and anyone that comes on and say, look, I am going to sit here. I have a vested interest in you doing well because, again, our platform takes a commission on the deals, right? So I want you to be successful, and I'm going to give you all those tools to do that, right? I've been doing this for years. I know how to do networking, get it done, and I'm out there doing every week training people, office hours, all that. It's not just like, hey, here, join this thing, and hopefully you get deals done. No, I'm going to tell you from doing this for 30 years what's going to work for you, right? And here's how you do it. I just wrote a book. It'll be out in September called Givers Get Paid. Like, it tells you step by step. You want to start your own group? Here's how to do it. You want to learn how to network better? Here's how you do it. Here's what's going to get you better. So I'm not like holding back the secret sauce. It's like, here's what's going to help you guys. Like, I will tell you all, right? So yeah. So
okay, awesome. Well, and networking is such a huge area, and there's so many different stories and testimonials and things out there. But in general, is there anything that I missed or failed to ask that you wanted to add?
No, I just think the one thing that when people come into networking groups, they got to put the time in. Like, that's the biggest thing I've seen with people leaving our group. Oh, it's not working for me. Really? Well, how many people have you met? I probably had 20 meetings. You had 20 meetings. There's 480 other people you haven't met yet. You think those 20 meetings are going to define? Like, you got to put. So I think, like, if anyone's thinking about a group or joining or looking to network, just don't join a group unless you're going to put the time in. If you don't have the time, it's okay. Go somewhere. Go do it another way. I don't know, whatever else you got marketing. But if you're going to want to network, you got to put the time in to meet those people. Everyone that's really successful in the group, so like, they're at every meeting, they're meeting people. People know who they are, and they just get business. So you got to put that time.
For people that are ready to put the time in, that want to make genuine connections that lead to commissions, how can they get a hold of you? Where can they find you?
So just Joe at Noladex.com, Nolodex.com. Send me an email. LinkedIn, Joe Mindak. I think I'm the only Joe Mindak out there. And I'm the only one that's had a gray hair. Yeah, just reach out to me. Happy to talk.
Perfect. And I'm going to put all that in the show notes so it's super easy to find. Reach out. Do yourself a favor. If you're in networking at all or want to be better at it, reach out. Joe is the exact same in a one-on-one as he is here. He's clearly passionate about what he does. And the idea behind networking is that you can help others while helping yourself. And they're doing it the right way. So absolutely reach out. If somebody would like to get a hold of me, you can visit me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, and connect with our growing community of awesome people like Joe. If you are somebody you know like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Joe, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people, and it's people helping themselves. It's all rolled into one. So
And that's what you're doing as well. This is great. I'm going to listen to the other podcasts. Good stuff. Good talk.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it. Let's all take that to heart. Let's have an awesome day and grow our circles. All right.
Awesome.